nowadays, you have to conquer what we have available to us now. If you make content, bro, conquer this content shit. Be the fucking best. You know what I'm saying? Eliminate all your fucking competition. You make music, yo, I'm talking about outdo anybody in music. Do rap, do jazz, do any fucking genre that you fucking want to do, and that is able to express the fullest capabilities of your fucking spirit, of your soul, and dominate everybody just for the love of this, just for the love of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of energy you're gonna fucking need. This shit is primal, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that you need to channel, bro. That's the shit that you need to, all of that horniness, all of that lust and shit like that, all the shit that you've been, all of the times you've disrespected yourself, falling lower and lower into shit that don't serve you, bro. Put that shit into shit that you can fucking conquer, bro. You know what I'm saying? You need a warrior spirit. You need a conqueror's way of being, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not conquering anything, something is conquering you. Whether if it's the phone, whether if it's lust, whether if it's, I'm telling you, something will conquer you if you're not conquering something. Put your mind to something. Get on that mission, fam. It's time to get in that story mode, you feel me? Stop playing multiplayer. You know what I'm saying? Like get in that mode, bro. You know you got it in you to get in that mode, bro. You know it's there, bro. You need to get activated, bro. You need to get active, bro. I swear, I can't wait to go on this run after this shit, bro. Because I'm about to get active. Welcome back, family. It's To The Top Chris. I know I haven't been back in a while, you feel me? But we back better than ever, you know what I'm saying? I have to take a little break, social media detox, and also just been working on myself a lot, you know what I'm saying? So just in case y'all been wondering, I've been good. Feel me? I've been feeling better than ever. Been working on myself. You know, I got some things, what do I want to say? I got a lot of flaws, all right? And each day I get to know more and more about myself. I discover more things that I need to work on, more things that I need to do in private, like a lot of shadow work that I need to do in private before I go back into the outside world. Don't get me wrong, even that type of content or just being vulnerable in front of the camera, even on my days where I'm not at my best, you know, is still valuable to show you guys because listen, authenticity, no funny shit, is the highest frequency. All right, authenticity is the realest and most rawest way you can connect with other people. If you're not willing to be vulnerable and authentic with the people around you, or with, you know, especially me, since I do content with my community and things like that, then people are really not going to connect with you like that. So I'm going to be open. Before we get into this video, I'm going to be open and I'm going to be vulnerable and say that, listen, I got a lot of things that I need to work on myself, you know? So it's not easy to come on here and show up not as my best self. I want to give you guys the best. I want to give you guys the utmost value. I want to give you guys all of me. And when I'm not giving all of me to myself, it's hard to give that to you guys. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, we can talk about discipline, we can talk about consistency, but sometimes, like, at least this time, you know, I need to take a quick step back. You know what I mean? And then come back better than ever, you know? So in advance, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting, liking, commenting, subscribing. I feel way better on camera. I feel way better doing everything that I'm doing right now. I'm about to go for a run after this. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right into it, bro. Alright, so one of the things that I've been struggling with, right? This is me personally. Some of the things that I've been struggling with, me personally, right? And that's overcoming lust, right? Listen, I love women, bro. Like, I love them with all my heart. You know what I mean? And not just objectively. Objectively, that too. You know what I mean? Of course, women, look, listen, these women out here, bro, and on social media and shit like that, mind you, social media didn't exist before the 2000s, all right? So to see what I'm seeing now, and most of all of y'all brothers too, everything that we're seeing now, all of these women at such a fast rate, at such a fast pace, just through our timelines, through our For You pages and things like that, and just in real life, like, it's hard not to look away, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's genuinely hard not to look away. Like, and me, mind you, I've been on my journey for a while now of self-improvement, spirituality, things like that. So I've been real disciplined on what women I allow into my life, what, you know, the type of people I surround myself with. Like, I'm really selective on who I'm around and who I allow into my space, into my energy, right? So I'm not gonna just jump at any opportunity to be with a woman. I'm not fiending for it. Genuinely. I'm not thirsting for it. I'm not desperate for it. I'm not scratching for it. Whatever you want to call it, you know? Like, I'm not tripping about it. Not for nothing. But I will say is it's like, and let me also give you the context behind that. And that's because I'm trying to build, right? I'm not listen, I've done my hoeing around, look, that whole phase and things like that. I've done that in high school, bro. And it's been about, 5 years since high school ended? Yeah, it's been a while for me. Obviously, I messed with multiple women after that, but, like, listen, like, I'm, like, that whole phase don't bring you no fulfillment, bro. If you on Tinder, if you really out here scouting, really taking the time to go out there scouting for women to, to come and be with you and mess with you, you just wasting your time, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You're really wasting your time, genuinely. Like, you're not doing nothing for yourself, bro. You literally putting all your energy in the outside world. You're literally giving all your energy and pouring all your energy into everything else but yourself, bro. And I'm not gonna say you can't balance that energy with yourself and having a girl around you, but I'm not saying having a girl. Nothing is wrong with having a girl, bro. Like, but I'm talking about the guys that be out here with rosters and shit. Hey, listen, if that shit work for you, that shit work for you. That shit don't work for me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, hey, that shit don't work for me, bro. I don't wanna have my mind scattered on texting multiple women, pleasing multiple women, taking them out on dates, things like that, and just fucking them and shit. Like, nah, I don't got the time for that, bro. I don't got the time nor energy for that, bro. Hey, if you can do that, if that's your game, bro, if that's your style, bro, if that's your swag, you know what I'm saying? Hey, rock out. You know, I ain't the one to judge, bro. You can do what you want to do, you feel me? But I'm just letting you know, like, and in my instance, in my point of view, the moment I see a man with a whole roster, getting hella girls, you know what I'm saying, going to the club every weekend, this, that, and that, bro, there ain't no way you're not stressed out, bro. There ain't no way you're not stressed out having, you know what I'm saying, dealing with toxic females and shit. I'm not. But listen, I'm out of that. I was in that once. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm in the space for building. I'm in the space for right now I'm in my era of like, yo, I just want to build with my woman. I just want to create a family, right? I want to listen, I got goals, I got dreams that I need accomplished, you feel what I'm saying? And that involve family. And like the way I think about family, the way I think about relationships now are on a completely different level, you know? It's not something to play around with in my eyes, you know? Like having sex is not something that's just casual. You can't just look at it as a casual way. That is spiritual unification, you know what I mean? And a lot of people may think, yo, it's not that deep, bro, this, that, and the third. Alright, well, listen, like I'll tell you from my experience, it is that deep. I done slept with girls that have been on my mind, that, you know what I'm saying, that some of them I can't, you know what I'm saying, stop thinking about and things like that. Like I could just tell, like there's a lot of ties that come with energy exchanging on that level. Like that is the closest level you can get to another human being. Like that is the closest way you can bond and the closest way you can connect physically with another human being. And I just think that energy is precious and should not be taken lightly. And until you find that girl that is able to reciprocate that energy, right? Because a lot of women are just energy takers, not energy givers. So unless you meet a woman that's really reciprocating that energy back to you, I see no point in wasting your seed. I see no point in wasting your time, energy and attention, all of that, just for a hookup. You know what I'm saying? Just to get a nut off. I don't think that's worth it, bro. I think you and me are worth way more than that. You know what I'm saying? I think you and me are worth way more than just, feel me, trying to, you know what I'm saying, and get a nut off. Hell no. But anyway, I've been in such a journey, bro, in such a path right now where it's like, I'm not even playing no games, bro. I'm not entertaining no queen, no woman out here that's not adding to my purpose, bro. That's not adding to me in general. You know what I'm saying? If she's not pouring into me the way I'm pouring into her, I don't want that, bro. A lot of y'all just be smashing girls, feel me, and they don't be doing nothing for you, bro. They don't even cook you no plate, bro. How do you know how you smash? Okay, she might give up the box, right? She might give up the pussy, but what else is she can't give up nothing else for you because she got nothing else to offer. Because that's the type of woman you attracted. Hell no. The level of woman, the tier of woman that I attract these days, bro, you wouldn't even be able to fathom. And I want that for me. I want that for me as much as I want that for y'all, bro. Real talk. Because there ain't nothing better than a woman that's able to reciprocate that energy back to you. You know what I'm saying? Because at least if you're going to let a nut loose, it's going to get that energy going to come back to you. So if it's not going to be in a kid, at least it's going to be in her. She going to do mad shit for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing mad shit for her. And obviously beyond sexually pleasing her. You know what I'm saying? Like, because listen, you could put her, bro, why don't y'all, like, don't get me wrong, like I said, I'm never going to tell I'm not going to tell myself, nor any of y'all to ignore y'all sexual urges and to ignore, wanting to be with a woman, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with wanting to have your little lady, you know what I'm saying? And to be there for you and to ride with you throughout your own life, bro, because she going to come into your own world and she going to help you build whatever you're working on. Hey, I want that for all the guys. I want that for all the guys. Let all the guys have that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the best you're going to get from a woman, bro. Not a woman that's just going to drain you. You ever heard of a succubus, bro? Like, that's what some of these women out here in the club just be trying to do, bro. They be trying to just take your energy and they can manifest whatever they want to manifest. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, that's what they going to do. You giving that energy to them so they can take that shit and run with it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you gotta be smart now. You gotta be in charge of your energy, bro. You gotta be really serious about that shit, bro. You can't let that shit leak where it's not supposed to be leaking at, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're going to wonder why I'm so tired, why I'm so this, why I'm so groggy, why I wake up in the morning and I can't go, or why am I going to sleep hella late and waking up to work, waking up for work, tired as hell, late and showing up late as hell, about to get fired from my job because you got no energy, bro. You drained, you zapped, my boy. You fucking zapped. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that life force that you once had is in the drain, my boy. You know what I'm saying? So, to overcome lust permanently, there's 5 things you need to do, right? There's 5. So, the first thing is habits, right? You have to audit everything about your life from A to Z. Your habits are what you do every single day, consistently. Like, I'm talking about, it is a habit that you know for a fact at this time you will be doing this, at that time you will be doing that. You know what I mean? Like, you need to identify what are your daily habits, right? And look at them honestly. Don't sugarcoat nothing. Don't come up with some lame ass excuse as to why you're doing this, as to why you're doing that. Look at it objectively. Don't throw your feelings into it. I don't take it personal. Just look at what you're doing. If you're fucking up, you're fucking up. Own that shit. Be accountable, bro. This is one of the things that's one of the main aspects it takes to becoming a man, bro. Is just owning your shit, bro. You feel me? If you know that you're fucking up, if you know you could be doing things better in certain parts of the day, own that shit. Speak it out loud. Be like, yo, I'm holding myself accountable. Be like, yo, you know what? I am fucking up. Tell that to yourself, bro. I had to tell that to myself millions of times. Yo, I'm fucking up. Like, I know when I'm fucking up. And I might fuck up tomorrow, too. Because the way I'm moving right now is towards a downward spiral. I'm fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll doom scroll. Like, there's habits that just come on autopilot, bro. I'm talking about you'll just do it without you even fully being aware. And mind you, it hurts even more when you're conscious about it. Because when you're somebody who's increased their awareness to a certain point, you know you're doing wrong. You know you're betraying yourself. You're stabbing yourself in the back. You know that. You know that, and you continue to do so, which hurts even more. You're shooting yourself not only in the foot, but in your heart, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, and it hurts. So listen, to change habits is not an easy thing. Like I said, a lot of the things you do and me are done on autopilot. And we don't take the steps to, like, before we get into the habit, to take a step back, breathe, center yourself real quick, and then make a different choice. It's about making a different decision. What habits are you indulging in that you know you need to stop, or you know you need to sacrifice, to give up in order to become the man that you want to be, right? So look, Let me give you an example, right? I said doom scrolling, right? Because that's something that's going on. I know everybody has heard the word doom scrolling on their timelines, especially if you're like me, about 1,000 times. You know what I mean? That word is listen, that habit is consuming the world right now. You know what I'm saying? The addiction of the phones, it should be written and spoken about in history for time, for the ages to come. You know what I mean? So listen, your habits, right? What are you doing every single day is the first thing you need to ask yourself. And then the second thing you need to do when it comes to habits, because look, you might be asking me, what does habits have to do with lust, right? Well, I'll tell you. All right, what triggers your lust, right? Is it seeing women on social media? Is it that when you're spending time alone, when you get to the crib, you're not able to stay bored for a second? You're not able to sit in silence with yourself, right? You're not comfortable with yourself, right? So you'll go and text old girl, or you'll go and you'll go and like swipe on Tinder, see who I can find. You know what I'm saying? So I can connect with, right? Like you'll continue to distract yourself. Distraction is a part of your, like, distraction in it of itself has bad habits that come with it, right? What are you distracting yourself with? You can distract yourself with good things too, right? But when you hear distractions, it's taking you off track. That's mainly what the word that's mainly what the word means, is that something is taking you off track, right? So you have to think about, what am I distracting myself with that's taking me away from focusing on myself and my mission, right? And my goals. You have your notes, you have your drawing board, your whiteboard, your calendar, something. I know you, listen, bro, you watching my video, I know you got things in the works that you know you're putting off, all because your habits aren't aligned with that, right? So that's something right there that I say that needs to get changed for sure. Like you need to start, like, and I'm not gonna say change all your habits all in one day, bro. Listen, baby steps, bro, real talk. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not saying to let go of each and every single habit the moment you wake up tomorrow. No, but start with one that you can let go of. Start with one that you can just replace. My fault. Forget about sacrificing habits. Replace, right? It's not about sacrificing, because look, that energy need to go somewhere, all right? So you might as well replace it with something else. Me, instead of distracting myself on social media and bullshitting, feel me, on whatever else that I could be doing, I pick up the guitar. Real talk. I can't show y'all right now. I would, but I picked up an acoustic guitar, bro, and I'm learning on the app Simply Guitar, bro, and I'm learning how to play guitar. You know what I'm saying? I make music now, right? I got my speakers right there. You know what I'm saying? I got my mic, my computer, my setup, everything. I make music now. You know what I'm saying? I go for runs now. I just told y'all I'm about to go on a run after this. I go on runs now. Like, I decided to permanently replace all the habits that weren't serving me and change them one by one, like you're changing clothes, bro. Like, that's how you got to look at it. Okay, I may not be able to change, I might wear the same pants tomorrow, but I could at least change the shirt. This is something that you could literally do today, or whenever you're watching this, today or tomorrow. Real talk. And it doesn't have to be, it don't have to be picking up the guitar. It don't have to be making music, right? It don't have to be any of the things that I just listed, right? Going on runs. It doesn't have to be any of that. But do something that you would rather do other than doom scroll, bro. Like, you know you got that creative energy. You know you got that energy to put it somewhere where it could be more productive, bro. Bro, if you want to go outside and learn how to do a backflip right now, you could do that shit, bro. If you want to go outside, fucking skateboard, I got a skateboard too. If you want to go outside and skateboard, bro, you can do that shit too. Who the fuck says you can't? You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Like, you can't, if you cannot tell me it's better just to lay down and doom scroll. You know that's not facts. You know that's not valid. You know that there's better. You know you got passions, you got ideas, you got crafts that you could be acting on and working on right now, bro. You got notes. Feel me? You got a whiteboard, you got a planner, you got alarms, you got shit that's in the works, bro. You got goals and missions and shit that I know it's in progress, bro. That's in the works. And you just not acting on them, bro. You not aligning with that, bro. Your habits aren't aligning with that, bro. So you gotta ask yourself, like, okay, well, what habits align with my mission? What habits align with my goals? What habits align with my fun? Listen, I know you get hella dopamine from jerking it, from letting that nut loose, bro. I know it, bro. But bro, there's better shit that can give you better dopamine, bro. I know it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, there's nothing better than learning a new skate trick. You know what I'm saying? That you've been trying fucking days and days trying to get that shit right, and you feel me? And you just landed that shit. There's nothing better than building your business and making money from that shit. You'll never get better like sex will never amount to that level of dopamine as a man, bro. You're crazy. You're crazy, bro. I'm telling you because I've experienced it, bro. The level of high that I be at whenever I get money from my business, whenever I be writing my books, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I be making content, trying to help my community, you feel what I'm saying? Trying to help all my kings and queens out here. The level of dopamine I get from making music, you know what I'm saying? From putting all my creative energy into things that I can build. Like what? Because that's all that sexual energy is, bro. That's all that lust is, bro. It's just creative energy, bro. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do with that creative energy? What are you going to create? You're not creating no kids. You're just putting that shit in a little sock, in a little towel. You know what I'm saying? Or you're just putting that shit into old girl and giving her a plan B. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. That shit not worth it, bro. Me and you both know that shit not worth it, bro. Me and you both know that shit not worth it, bro. Me and you both know that shit not worth it, bro. Because if it was, bro, then we wouldn't have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? This wouldn't even be a YouTube video. You know what I'm saying? But it's a fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that, bro, most men, including myself, deal with, bro. What the fuck? If you was to replace those habits of of building that roster, texting hoes and jerking off, if you was to replace that with just other shit, like working out, like I said, going into, bro, it could be as simple, like I said, it don't gotta be nothing crazy. You can just go into nature, bro. Mother Nature heals all things, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Go take that walk outside, bro, and watch that shit going domino effect into mad other shit. You're gonna start grounding. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna start hugging trees. Maybe that's just me. But on top of that, you're gonna see that big ass grass field. You're gonna want to start hitting push-ups. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to meditate. You know what I'm saying? You're going to want you're going to see a basketball court right over there. You're going to want to play some ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, make some new friends. Like, bro, that's what that shit lead up to once you outside. Get the fuck out of this fucking crib. The fuck you doing in this crib? Hey, put that bed up, and if you got a bed like mine, I should be on the floor and shit. I will show y'all, but, like, my bed be on the floor. I would lift that shit the fuck up. I'm not trying to be in the crib. When I get home, I'm not trying to be in the crib. Fuck that. Y'all ever heard of third spaces? Look up third spaces, bro. Find other places to hang out at, bro. That's not your house. Unless you got shit here to do, like business, and you got to handle some things, and you got to clean and all of that, okay, cool. But if you're not eating, showering, shitting, and goddamn eating, then you don't got no reason to be in the crib, bro. I don't see a reason to be in the crib. Real life. Go network with somebody, bro. Go hit up the city and go network. You feel what I'm saying? Go talk to some people. You know what I'm saying? Like put yourself out there, bro. Because like I said, like after a while of draining yourself, draining your seed, and just releasing, not being on semen retention, you're not gonna want to do it. You're not gonna want to do shit, bro. You're gonna be lazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? So, but the days that you do get on semen retention, and you're holding your seed, you're holding your power, you're holding your life force, and you're pouring back into yourself, and you transmuting that energy back into your mind, feel me? You're gonna want to start getting active. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you like right now, I'm about to go on a run after this shit. I'm about to get active. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the urges that I was feeling throughout the day and shit like that. Ooh, I'm about to get active, boy. I'm telling you, I'm getting right with this shit. You feel me? That's what you got to do with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Is that you want to get to a point where you holding your power that it's like, fuck it, I just want to run outside. Like, yo, fuck it, I just want to go for a walk today. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be no crazy thing. You don't got to buy no studio setup. You don't got to do what I'm doing. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. I know you got passions, you got ideas, you got crafts that you've been slacking and you haven't been, you know what I'm saying, acting on. You know what I'm saying? You've been putting to the side. Like, you know you want to act on that shit, bro. You got some money, go ahead. Put that money towards something, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that shit collect dust now. And you know for a fact you can pick something that's going to give you the same amount of dopamine you was getting from doom scrolling or from jerking off or from whatever it is that you was doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like from watching porn. You know there's better things out there in this world that you could be doing instead of those things, bro. Like, come on, bro. You going to tell me with the age of abundance that we're living in right now, you know you can't pick up something? something else besides the phone, you know for a fact you could do that, bro. So start by replacing habits, bro. Replace one bad habit for a positive, productive habit that's gonna give you energy and not take it away, right? Like Pornhub and things of that nature. Like, you know for a fact there's just better things to pick up besides the phone. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, it's about repetition. Habits only become habits after you repeat them multiple times. You know what I'm saying? So make one decision, start with one decision, repeat that multiple times, and then it'll become a habit. And then that's how you'll start you'll start overcoming your lust one by one. You know what I'm saying? So fix your habits. We'll start replacing your habits, right? The second one, transmutation, right? One of the universal laws, if you know what that is basically the laws that govern the universe itself, the cosmos, the world. Like, these are things that are fixed. Like, there is no debate. It's not a belief like religion. It is not none of that. It's something that can be proven. You know what I'm saying? So the law of transmutation, or if you want to call it alchemy, right, is all about taking one form of energy, right? Or at least in this sense, right? At least when it comes to overcoming lust, it's all about taking one form of energy and turning it into something else, right? So when it comes to the law of transmutation, right, what you can do is, how to apply this, right, is what you can do is look, as men, we get horny, bro. Like, that urge, that our sexual urges, that shit is ingrained in us, bro. It's primal, feel me? And it's something that's undeniable. I will never tell you to deny your urges, you know what I'm saying? But I will say, you are more than your urges. You are more than your impulses. You are more than your conditioning. You are more than your program. You are more than your habits. You are above all of these things. You are above the flesh. That's what religious people call it, right? The flesh, the body. You are more than this body. You know what I'm saying? To be a slave to the body. Like, oh, the body's hungry, let me get some food. You don't gotta listen to that thought, bro. Oh, I'm horny as shit, let me just be you don't gotta listen to that shit, bro. You don't gotta listen to that shit. Let me hit up old girl. Yo, you don't gotta listen to that shit, bro. I swear, a lot of the times, it don't be you talking. It be your lust talking, bro. Real talk. It be your urges talking. It be your impulses talking. Cause right after you done feeding into your urges, feeding into your impulses and shit like that, you know how you feel afterwards, bro. I can tell you how I feel afterwards. I feel like shit, boy. Every time I used to beat my shit, I used to feel like shit, boy. I used to feel one of the lowest, I could pull up the frequency chart. One of the lowest levels of frequency is shame, is guilt. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I used to feel like that. I'm telling you, right? Yo, you cannot tell me that you feel good after busting a nut. Like you cannot tell me you feel good after watching Pornhub, bro. You can't tell me that. You just did something mind you, Pornhub is free because you're the product. Hitting up old girl and busting that nut, getting that post-nut clarity, you just wasted your time. You could have just did something. You could have just put that energy into making music, into working out. You could have put that energy into making content. You could have put that energy into making money. You could have put that energy into a bunch of other things, but no, you decided to feed into your lowest desires. I talk about this in my book, The Inner Warrior. Listen, bro, like, feeding into your lowest desires comes with a cost, bro. It comes with a hefty cost. And that's your soul, bro. Parts and parts and parts of your soul just getting chipped away. Parts and parts of parts and parts of your confidence getting chipped away. I know people that I can just tell, bro. If I were to look at you, bro, I could just tell if you beat your meat or not. I could tell if you're not on semen retention, bro. I could tell. And it's an energy thing, bro. Your energy speaks for itself. I could just tell by the way you move. Feel me? Your confidence, mind you, you're not a reflection of your goals. You're a reflection of your habits, my brother. So what you do in private will show in public. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that shit to shame you, bro. I'm not saying that shit to guilt trip you or nothing like that. Listen, I don't want these words to cause more pain than what I'm trying to convey, which is love. You feel what I'm saying? Because It's all with love, bro. Trust me. If anybody's the king of bad habits and feeling guilt and feeling shame, bro, I'll raise my hand. Like, I'm the king of feeling that way and doing all the wrong things multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you just want to feel good. The same way I want to just feel good. I don't want to fucking be on my bed doom scrolling and let a nut and watch Pornhub, let a nut off, and then me feel like shit afterwards. Who the fuck plans for that? You don't plan that. You don't plan that in your day, bro. That shit is on autopilot. You just be doing that shit on autopilot. You know what I'm saying? You don't plan for shit like that. You don't just be like, yeah, I'm gonna just go home and, yo, watch, I can't wait to just... You sound stupid as hell. And if you do things like that, you're a fucking maniac, bro. Like, you're in too fucking deep. I'm not gonna lie, you're in too deep. But, I'm telling you, look, when it comes to this transmutation shit, bro, you're able to convert this energy. It's possible. It's called alchemy as well. It's another word for transmutation. It's called alchemy as well. And what you want to do is at the moment that you feel those urges, the moment that you feel those urges, those impulses, those sexual desires, does not mean you're not an animal, bro. Listen to me. I'm gonna say it again. You're not an animal. Animals do that. Like, don't get me wrong, we're animals as well, right? But we're not one-dimensional animals like the ones that we see outside. They're instinctual as hell, right? The ones you see outside have nothing but do nothing but eat, fuck, and sleep. That is their life. You know what I'm saying? That is what their life revolves around. Ours too, to a degree, and not as excessive. What you want to do is like think outside of your base instincts, because that's what it is. Your lower instincts, right? Like, think outside of that. Think higher, vibrate higher than that. You are capable of using, like, this energy, and mind you, we can get into chakras, we can get into shit like that too, which is like your root chakra. Channel that shit into the crown chakra. You know where the crown is at? Right here, your mind. You don't have to vibrate only at the root chakra, at your lower instincts, right? You're able to think outside. You are able to step away from your own body, from your own flesh, right? This is what consciousness is. You're able to be aware and be like, okay, I am horny. I want to fuck something. I want to jerk off. Whatever it is, however you're feeling. Feel me? Yo, but honestly, I don't want to act on that shit right now. And this is your subconscious mind talking, right? Like, I'm pretending I'm your subconscious mind. I don't want to do that right now. It's not going to serve me. It's not going to do anything good. Matter of fact, let me just go for a walk outside. Let me take this energy somewhere else. You know what? Fuck it. Yo, let me call somebody. Let me just talk to somebody real quick. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying distract yourself. Obviously, I'm not saying distract yourself. Sit with that feeling, of course. But I'm saying, if you was going to put that energy into fucking an old girl or jerking off, you might as well do something else. You know what I'm saying? Channel that shit into something else more productive. Channel into something more positive. You know what I'm saying? That's going to give you great results. Not negative results, bro. Not a life that you don't want to live, bro. Because that's what's going to end up happening. You're going to keep repeating that. It's going to turn into a habit. Because that's what habits are, bro. Just decisions repeated after a certain amount of times. It literally become habits, bro. So once you're transmuting your energy into positive and productive acts and activities, then it'll become habits and it'll become a normal for you. It'll become a norm for you, right? And you won't have to struggle with it anymore, because after a certain amount of time, you'll be doing the positive, uplifting, high frequency, high vibrational habits on a regular. That shit will just become the same way. When I was going to the gym at first, it wasn't a habit. But now, I can't live without the gym. The shit became a lifestyle. That's the point you want to get it to. Is where you want to transmute your energy towards the positive. You want to feed your higher self so many times. You want to feed that God voice inside you so many times, bro, that shit just becomes a lifestyle, bro. And you live on that frequency for as long as you can. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say you're going to be there all the time, but the key is to maintain. Do whatever you can to maintain that shit. Even if it's the simple things like it's going for a walk. You know what I'm saying? Now, the next thing is self-respect, self-worth, right? What did I say in my song? Hey, I got songs dropping too. What did I say in my song? I said, never forget that self-respect. That's something you can't neglect. Life hard, it'll put you through tests. That's why I'm going to try my best. Yup. Feel me? So look, bro, when it comes to self-respect, I mean this in the way of like, bro, you know for a fact you're settling for less. You're settling for less. I was settling for less, right? Because you're not giving yourself what you truly desire. You're not giving it to yourself. Mind you, you're your own creator of your reality. You're your own Santa Claus. You're your own parent. You're your own, you know what I'm saying? You could do whatever. Like, it's a free world, family. You could be working towards your goals, the mission that you're on, the journey that you're on, the path that you're on. You could be feeding that and honoring yourself, your ancestors. And obviously this is more about yourself, but you could be honoring your parents. You could be honoring your ancestors. You could be honoring God. You could be, and most importantly, honoring yourself to do what is needed of you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, listen, bro, I feel like this. I don't know about you, but I feel like this. I know I'm here to do great things in life. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm here to create the greatest of changes. Every time you succumb to your lowest desires, you are betraying yourself. Every time you feed into your bad habits, every time you feed into lust, every time, you know you're not acting in your highest version. You know you're not acting as the best version of yourself, bro. You know you're not. You know you're not doing yourself justice, bro. You know that. Feel me? I knew that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what it is? Thing is that you're not trying to step into your creative, you're not trying to step into your power. I get it, bro. I used to be fucking scared of my power, dog. I'm not even gonna lie. Because once you've seen the potential that you're capable of, you can't look back. There's no turning back, bro. Like, it gets that serious because you know the truth. You know the truth. And the truth has set you free to the point where you're haunted by it. You know what I'm saying? Every single day, there's a voice, bro, God literally within me. Yo, you know you could do better. Yo, you know you could be doing this. You could be doing this right now. You could be doing that right now, but you're slacking. You're slacking. You're not doing it. Yo, every day that goes by, every second that goes by is seconds and days off your life. Is the last, literally, you could be going tomorrow, bro. And would you be satisfied with all this shit that you've done throughout the week? Hell to the fuck no. So I know you got that voice too, bro. I know you got that voice that constantly reminds you of your potential. And every time you go against it, you go against yourself, bro. Because you're not respecting yourself. You could respect, tell me how it is. Tell me this. You could respect your mom. You could respect your dad. You could respect fucking influencers on Instagram and on TikTok, on YouTube. But you can't respect yourself? You know what I'm saying? Show that same love that you have for all of them to yourself, bro. You don't think you worthy of respect? You don't think you worthy of love? You don't think you worthy of stepping into your power and claiming that you that king? Feel me? You gonna tell me that? You know what I'm saying? I feel that because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? But bro, you have to own that shit. You just have to stay. Like, it's gonna be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be uncomfortable because you're not gonna. It's not something that you used to. And mind you, anytime you get uncomfortable with anything, it means you're a step closer to growth. Every time I went to the next level of life, right, I was uncomfortable. Every single time. Every single time, my body refused. My body refused. Everything inside every signal, every receptor inside my body was like, hell no. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. I'm not trying to do that. I'd rather stay in bed, be lazy, fuck life, fuck all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how I was fucking moving. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't used to it. Mind you, I wasn't used to building up my clothing brand. I wasn't used to doing content. I didn't come out the womb and start doing all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things I had to forcefully put myself out there. Put myself, you know what I'm saying? Put myself in the unknown. Put myself in the state of vulnerability in order to get to the next level. And it ended up paying off every single fucking time. You feel me? And that was the great thing about it. Every time I took a risk, it always helped me. Whether it was a learning lesson or we won. You know what I'm saying? And regardless, a win is a win on both sides, whether it's a learning lesson or we actually succeeded in it. Being uncomfortable is a sign of growth. It's a sign of change. It's a sign of new beginnings, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because don't you want your life to change, bro? Aren't you tired of living in the old frequency in your current reality right now? Don't you want more for yourself? I know you might be grateful, like I'm grateful as shit. But don't you, but bro, don't you want more? I'm not saying in a greedy way, but don't you want more, bro, out of this life, bro? Don't you think you could squeeze more out of this life, bro? And create more, build more, connect with people more, build, like, don't you think there's more to this shit? There is. You see it every day. It's just about you aligning yourself with that path. You know what I'm saying? And not getting thrown off as much. But now every time you're building that undeniable proof of your success, that you know for a fact that any obstacle that comes your way, you can overcome it. Once you've built that proof long enough that you've proven to yourself multiple times that you can do it, bro, there's nothing that stops your self-worth from increasing, from your self-respect from increasing, because you know for a fact you've made it through your lowest point already. I've made it through my lowest point already. You know what I mean? I done lost my mom, I done lost my grandma, I done lost my uncle, my cousins in jail. Like, what can you throw me now that's gonna take me back to those levels of depression? What can you throw at me now that's gonna throw me back to that level of despair? There's nothing. There's nothing. Because everything I've been getting thrown at now is, I can handle it. I'm built for it now. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I went through everything that I went through, because now anything that comes my way this time, any obstacle, any challenge, any trial or tribulation that comes my way this time is going to get handled with ease. You know what I mean? Because I've been through worse. I've done worse. So I'm just going to take it to the 10 and we're going to win. You feel me? So that's what it is. And this is what builds your confidence. This is what builds your self-respect. This is what builds your self-worth. Because self-worth is not something that is given to you from the outside world. It's not given to you from people. It's not given to you from things, right? It's not given to you from materialistics, right? It's not given to you from relationships, right? It's not given to you from anything and anybody other than yourself. This is something that you have to give yourself. Feel me? This is something that you have to claim, because you have to step into that power, bro. Like I told you. You feel what I'm saying? It's an act of courage to step into that power, bro. I used to be afraid of my own power, like I said. You feel what I'm saying? I used to be afraid of that shit because I knew I was capable of doing more. I knew I was capable of becoming successful beyond my wildest imaginations, beyond my wildest dreams. It's just, it gets hard to step into those shoes because I know what'll be required of me. I know the level of discipline that'll be required of me. You know what I mean? I know the level of consistency that'll be required of me, and I wasn't willing to make that sacrifice, bro. You know what I'm saying? But then you have to realize, shit, well, the life I was living before respecting myself and before thinking I was worthy was shit anyways. that old life, though, this current life that I'm living right now is not the life I want to live. Like this is hell. You know what I'm saying? Like beyond all the blessings that I've been given, of course, like this is not the life I aspire to live. So you got to choose your heart, right? Because like I'd rather respect myself, know that I'm worthy enough to achieve my dreams, to achieve my goals and all my aspirations, to walk into my purpose, to step into my light, right? And dominate this fucking world. Because listen, bro. Nowadays, you have to conquer what we have available to us now. If you make content, bro, conquer this content shit. Be the fucking best. You know what I'm saying? Eliminate all your fucking competition. You make music, I'm talking about outdo anybody in music. Do rap, do jazz, do any fucking genre that you fucking want to do, and that is able to express the fullest capabilities of your fucking spirit, of your soul, and dominate everybody just for the love of this, just for the love of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of energy you're gonna fucking need. This shit is primal, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that you need to channel, bro. That's the shit that you need to, all of that horniness, all of that lust and shit like that, all of the shit that you've been, all of the times you've disrespected yourself, falling lower and lower into shit that don't serve you, bro. Put that shit into shit that you can fucking conquer, bro. You know what I'm saying? You need a warrior spirit. You need a conqueror's way of being, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not conquering anything, something is conquering you. Whether it's the phone, whether it's lust, whether if it's, I'm telling you, something will conquer you if you're not conquering something. Put your mind to something. Get on that mission, fam. It's time to get in that story mode, you feel me? Stop playing multiplayer. You know what I'm saying? Like get in that mode, bro. You know you got it in you to get in that mode, bro. You know it's there, bro. You need to get activated, bro. You need to get active, bro. I swear, I can't wait to go on this run after this shit, bro. Because I'm about to get active. You feel me? I'm about to get super active. Feel me? That's what I'm telling you. I'm changing my habits. I'm transmuting my energy. I'm respecting myself more. I'm doing shit that is only adding to my self-respect. That is only adding to my worth. You gotta start doing these affirmations, family. And not only just speaking affirmations like regularly, you need to start feeling that shit. You need to start embodying that shit. Change your identity. You're not someone that's addicted to lust anymore. Change who you are, family. Feel me? You're not that. Stop saying you're that. You're not always tired. Stop affirming that you're tired. Stop affirming that you're fucking drained all the time. Stop affirming that you're always trying to hit up girls. Yo, where the girls at? Yo, I'm trying to go to the club. Stop affirming that you're not the type of person no more, bro. You're the type of person that has different type of habits, bro. Productive habits. You're the type of person that transmutes the negative to a positive. You feel what I'm saying? You're the type of person that has self-respect, that has self-worth. And I'm telling you, yo, it's going to get to a point where, yo, you get all these things nailed down, bro. Women are just going to smell that shit off you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that you're not, they see, bro, you walk into the room, bro, that aura, I'm telling you, yo, energy. And bro, fuck what modern society has called aura these days, because that shit has become they've popularized that term to the point where it's losing its meaning right now. Like, I'm talking aura, I'm talking about that magnetic, the torus field that comes from everybody, that from your heart. You know what I'm saying? When you walk into the room, you can sense how that, you can sense the energy in the room. You know what I'm saying? You could, if there's tension, you could slice tension through with a knife. You know what I'm saying? But if it's positive, it's filled with love and peace, you know what I'm saying? You walk in there smiling. You know what I'm saying? You walk in there feeling good. That's the type of shit that I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you want to look when you walk into the room? How do you want to be sensed? How do you want to be treated? How do you want to be, approached? Right? Because this all going to reflect on how your level of self-respect and your level of self-worth. Because look, everything is a mirror, bro. Everything is a reflection of you. Brother, you are a king. You are a king, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot treat yourself, and let alone let anybody else treat you like nothing less, because you're not that. You know what I'm saying? You're not that. You got to change your identity. That's how you change your reality, right? That's how you change your day-to-day interactions. That's how you change your habits. That's how you change the way you speak, the way you move, the way you dress, the way you do everything. How you do one thing is how you do everything. How you do anything is how you do everything, right? So you gotta understand, bro. You gotta understand, bro. This life will forever be a reflection of you. If I'm in this room, if you were to sit in this room right now, and another man was to walk into this room, you were to greet him, he would be able to gauge the level of respect that you have for yourself. He would be able to gauge the level of love and the level of confidence you have for yourself. And in turn, that'll be the same energy that he'll give right back to you. He'll throw that shit right back to you. You're in a relationship with your girl, she gonna challenge you, bro. She gonna challenge your masculinity. Why? Because you're not stepping into your power. You're not leading the way you're supposed to. Because she can sense it, bro. It's innate. It's ingrained in our DNA. It's wired. We're wired like this. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand, like, how do you want to be reflected? Right? Because everything in life is a mirror. How you feel on the inside, the state of being that you are on the inside, the level of vibration, right? When people be like, "Oh, I like your vibe," the vibration that you're operating from, the frequency that you're on, will be reflected outside of you and external situations and people that you talk to and situations, how you'll act, the type of decisions that you'll make, the type of thoughts that you'll think, the quality of life that you'll live, right? Will all be dependent on all of these things, right? And then, bro, it'll get to a point where you'll forget about this. It'll get to a point where you'll forget. Like, once you step into your power, you step into your masculinity, all of these things, Bro, you'll forget about this, bro. You'll forget about this. This will be a thing of the past. I'm not even joking to you. It's become a thing of my past. I'm not even looking. I can't even look back because of the truth that has been presented in front of my face is far greater than all my bad habits, than all the negative energy that I was feeding into, than all the lack of self-respect and lack of self-worth that I had. The shit that the state of being that I'm stepping into now is far greater. Feel me? I'm aligning more and more with my higher self. I'm aligning way more with greatness. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of momentum that you need to build in order to overcome lust. You need momentum, bro. You need momentum. Everything in life is done with momentum. For a child to be born, man and woman have to be in momentum for a child, for the sperm to be, for the penis to be ejaculated, and for sperm to be planted into the woman and create life. That is the only way. Everything is done with momentum. Roller coasters, momentum, right? Stocks, charts, right? Crypto, momentum. You know what I'm saying? Like everything has motion. We popularize all these terms now, but this is what it really means, though. At the end of the day, this is where the words really stem from. Is motion, bro. You know what I'm saying? You need motion in order to overcome lust. In order to overcome yourself. This is really a war against you versus you. You know what I'm saying? You might have lost all of these battles, but who's gonna win the war? You gotta genuinely ask yourself that. You know what I'm saying? So look, the next thing is energy takers, right? And so number 4, right? Energy givers versus energy takers. So when it comes to our habits, right? When it comes to the woman, when it comes to our habits, when it comes to women, when it comes to our phones, these can either, because these are the main 3 components that have to do with lust, right? These 3 things are double-edged swords, right? They are either going to give you energy or they're going to take it from you. So you have to decide. You have to start thinking, right? What habits are going to give me energy instead of take energy from me, right? Like I told you, walking in nature, working out, making music, anything that you're passionate about, drawing, dancing. It could be anything, literally anything. You have to think about what type of woman do you want to deal with. Do you want to deal with succubuses? Do you want to deal with women that's giving you energy back, right? Do you want women that's going to nurture you? Do you want women that's going to support you in your goals and your dreams, support your vision, right? Do you want women that's going to work with you, right? Do you want a woman that's going to be a business partner, right? Do you want a woman that's going to be able to add value to your life and all of these ways, mentally, physically, spiritually, you know what I'm saying, emotionally? Do you want her to pray for you? You know what I mean? Do you want her to cook for you? Do you want her to, you know what I'm saying? And shit goes beyond the physical, bro. If you want women like that in your life, then you're going to have to start attracting that type of woman. But the only way you could attract them is if you're not operating from a state of lust. Because a woman is going to be able to get those creep vibes from you, bro. A woman is going to be able to get those desperate, thirsty vibes from you, bro. Because she knows, bro, you, like, all men are easy. Especially in a woman's world, all men are easy as hell. Shit, they go up to her, they pay for her nails, they do this for her, they do that. Bro, men are easy as shit. Men are, how they say, how the young, shout out to my little cousin, how he put me onto some funny shit. He was like, how the young folks say it, they're overly going. They overly going. You know what I'm saying? All men is overly going. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about it. Like, the type of woman that you want that's going to be able to reciprocate that energy for you and do all the things that a divine feminine does. She don't want a guy that is on Pornhub, bro. Don't get me wrong, she gonna want to work with you, she gonna want to build with you, she gonna want, because, you know, we all got things that we got to work on ourselves. But then, you can't be out here looking at every girl's ass that comes by. You can't be out here, you know what I'm saying, your whole IG reels and your explore page filled with fucking OnlyFans models. Your TikTok For You page filled with hella ass and hella sexual appeal. She not gonna want that, bro. She gonna think you too freaked out for her. Feel me? For her to even try to even help you and support you, she gonna be like, bro, you putting all your energy into some bullshit. She ain't gonna want to deal with none of that shit. Come on, man. Feel me? So, because look, we all gonna be dealing with women. We all have habits, and we all have our phones. You can listen when it comes to your phone. You gotta start unfollowing all the. Listen, you need to audit your whole entire following. I got like 300 followers on my personal account, right? On my to the top Chris account, I only follow one person. That's my brand. Feel me? My clothing brand. So on your phone, listen, I know y'all know this by now. By now, everybody should know this. When you going through the reels, when you going through your timeline and all of that, your explore pages, and you gotta literally with your consciousness, not on autopilot, you have to decide whether or not this post is helping you out in any way, shape, or form. Is it educational? Right? Is it inspirational? Is not? Okay, then you need to hit that uninterested button, right? And you need to just restructure your whole entire feed, restructure your whole entire algorithm. You know what I'm saying? So that anytime you step into the internet, it's giving you nothing but life. It's giving you nothing but energy, right? So that's that. The more things that's giving you energy and the less things that's taking your energy, the more your spirit will thrive. The more your mind will continue to thrive and align itself with what you need to do. Because there's things that you want and there's things that you need. There's instant gratification and there's delayed gratification. The more you feed your higher self, the more you feed your crown chakra, your mind, whatever you want to call it, the more you feed that God voice inside you. Once you feed that God within you, you will rise, bro. You will rise. And everything that you do in business, you'll generate more wealth. Your fitness, you'll get stronger. The women that you attract will be of greater quality, right? The type of life that you'll create for yourself, that you'll build and that you'll produce, right? 'Cause that's what us men do. We produce, right? Will be exponential, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, the last thing is scrolling. And I'm not going to lie. This shit right here is the final fucking boss, fam. I ain't going to lie. And I can put my right hand to God when I say this. I also have an addiction to my phone. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. I'll tell you this right now, bro. Scrolling is the domino effect to all bad habits. Scrolling is the first firewall, the first barrier, the first level of defense to all self-destruction, self-sabotage. Saying that shit right here, right now. You'll never hear nothing more realer than that. I'm telling you this right now. This is the full truth, bro. Scrolling has poisoned the minds. It has poisoned the minds, bro. It's poisoned the minds to a great degree. If you watch the Netflix documentary called The Social Dilemma, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Go watch that shit. Yo, that's probably the most vital, timeless documentary of this age. Of this whole entire age. I'm telling you this right now. If I could brand one documentary, it'll be that. Of this whole entire digital age. Scrolling, bro, has killed more dreams, more hopes than the graveyard will ever know. Real talk. I ain't even gonna lie. Scrolling makes you complacent, bro. Scrolling makes you complacent. Scrolling and complacency leads to lust. Complacency leads to lust. Because a man that is rude, because a man that does not have purpose will chase pleasure 10%, 100% of the time. 10 times out of 10. Will always choose pleasure. You have no purpose. That's why you're choosing this. Feel me? That's why you keep feeding into this. That's why you keep on going on Pornhub and on X and beating your shit. That's why you're trying to keep on going to the club and have a roster and trying to fuck mad girls and shit. It's because you're only looking for pleasure, bro. You have no purpose, bro. You have nothing going on in your life that's greater than scrolling. You have nothing that's going on in your life or you're not creating, because it's not something that's going on like naturally. It's something that you can create. You're not creating nothing that's bigger than this. It knows what to feed you, bro, and it knows how to trigger. It knows how to trigger your impulses. It knows when you're alone. It knows when you're, bro, the camera's always watching, bro. We're never truly alone, bro. Feel me? Like we have to accept that there's just no privacy at all in this time of age. Feel me? But it knows when you're alone. It knows when you're the most vulnerable. It knows when you're feeling lonely. It knows because it picks up on patterns. It knows, like, AI is the best pattern recognitionist. I just made up a word. Feel me? It knows everything. Feel me? Because it can detect your eyes. Mind you, your eyes are connected to your brain. So whatever your eyes are doing is how it is a reflection of your brain activity. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, scrolling is just something that you can't do, bro. It's something that you just can't do at all. Like, I can't even justify this shit. I don't even care if you're watching inspirational, motivational, and educational content. This shit will never do you any good. You have to find something that's bigger than this, bro. You have to. Me too. You got to find, and I already have. Thing is with me is I already know what's bigger than this. I just got to keep doing more of that. But whatever's bigger than this, for you, you need to start doing more of that, bro. Real talk. And like man to man, bro, like brother to brother shit. You need to start doing more of that, bro. Because I'm telling you, if you keep going down this road, bro, this battle will never stop. The you versus you battle will never stop. You know? And you'll be in constant wars. And your life will just be filled with constant regret and unfulfilled potential. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get it, bro. Hey, listen, we all gotta work on ourselves, bro. This life, feel what I'm saying, is what we signed up for, bro. And we got this shit. Like, ain't nobody defeated. Not one of y'all defeated. Not one of y'all watching defeated. I'm not defeated. We kings in this bitch. I'm telling you, we good. That's why I'm telling you, look, these are the steps. Apply this shit into your life one by one, bro, and you will overcome lust permanently, bro. And I guarantee the facts. I guarantee the facts. Everything I said in my video, you apply that shit, you'll change your life. Make sure to go cop my book, The Inner Warrior. Is linked down below. I thank each and every single one of y'all for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. For real, dearly to my heart. I love each and every single one of y'all, man. All of y'all kings and queens watching, keep supporting, keep following, keep subscribing, liking, commenting. Let me know y'all thoughts. Let me know what videos to make. Let me know what topics to talk about. Let me know if you liked the video. Let me know if the video was trash. I take all types of criticism, bro. For real. But yeah, man. To the top, Chris. Peace and love to y'all.